This is how they cook eggplant in Naples. Everybody knows Naples for their pizza and pasta, but they often forget about these dishes. And these dishes are the backbone of the Italian kitchen. There's a lot of different things you could do with this recipe. It's really good, and I think you guys are really gonna love it. So let's put it together. So the first thing we're gonna do is cube up a couple eggplants. And this dish actually gets its name from the shape of the eggplant being cubed. It's called Melanzane Funghetto. And supposedly it's supposed to take the shape of a mushroom, but I don't really see it. It doesn't really look, these cubes don't look like a mushroom, but that's the name. So we're just gonna cube these up, and then we're gonna fry them up. An eggplant really is a beautiful vegetable because there's a lot of different things you could do with it. You just need to know how to cook it. And it's very popular in Southern Italian cooking or just Mediterranean cooking in general. And you can see here we're frying these up in a lot of oil, and this is exactly what you want to do. Some of you are probably looking at this and saying, that's a lot of oil, but it's really not. When you cook eggplant or vegetables, especially like shallow frying them, they usually absorb more oil, but if you deep fry them like this, it actually absorbs less oil. So just do this and then drain it on a paper towel. And if you're really concerned about health, you want to make this healthier, you could put these in an air fryer or bake them in the oven. That's great. But this is the way to really get the most flavor in here. So, you know, we're making a classic dish from Naples the same way that they would make it in Naples. And this is the way they do it. So we got all the eggplant fried up. We're just gonna hit them with a little salt. So now we're gonna go into phase 2 and really bring this together. So I have some tomatoes, a chili pepper, and some garlic. So the first thing we're gonna do here is chop up this chili pepper. And this is gonna bring in a little spice. You could use dried chili if you don't have fresh. That works too. We're just gonna finely chop these. These really aren't that spicy. It looks spicy, but it's really not. It brings in a nice heat flavor. So we'll set these aside. So we got a cold pan. We're gonna go in with a generous amount of olive oil. You guys should know me by now. So be generous here. And we're gonna add in the chili pepper and the garlic. Let me turn this on, that would help. It's really cold. So by going in with the cold pan, we really infuse the oil with the flavor from the garlic and the chili pepper. So definitely go in with a cold pan. And now we're gonna prep the tomatoes. And I have these cocktail tomatoes. They're like in between the size of a plum tomato and a cherry tomato. And these are really nice for this dish. So if you can't find these, you could use cherry tomatoes or plum tomatoes. And I'm gonna quarter these. And then once this oil's hot, we'll add them in. So you can really start to smell the chili and the garlic here. It's almost ready. So we're just gonna cut this last tomato up and we'll add them in. All right, so now we're gonna season these up with a little salt. And this really comes together fast now. Once the tomatoes start to wilt, we're gonna add the eggplant in. The garlic, if you like garlic, you can leave the garlic in, but I'm gonna take it out. My famous tweezers. Right there. And you can see here there's a lot of flavor in this oil. So we'll give this a little toss. All right, so the tomatoes are falling apart. We're gonna turn off the heat. Now we're gonna add in the eggplant. So I turned off the heat here because I don't want the eggplant to cook more and I don't want the tomatoes to cook more. I want the tomatoes to keep the shape that they have right now. And everything's already cooked, so we just wanna bring everything together and let everybody become friends. So now we're gonna stir this up and we're gonna allow the eggplant really to get coated in all that flavorful tomato juice in this pan. And the last thing we're gonna do now is finish it off with some fresh basil. And we'll mix it up. And you can see here it was almost asking for the basil. It was missing. And it just brightened it up, the green, the freshness. And it looks really good. That's really it. So we'll get this on a plate, but before we get this on a plate, I want to put this on some bread just to show you guys how good it looks, and this is the way I really like to eat it. It's so good. I know I said in the beginning of the video you could serve this up a couple different ways, and here I am with bread, toasted bread. I would recommend toasted bread, but I would definitely serve it up this way with some toasted bread, maybe some cheese, It's just so good. Another way you could do is you could put this right over pasta. It's really good over pasta. Or you could just serve it up on the side of meat or fish. But you definitely have to make this. And I make a lot of recipes like this. They're like home style recipes. Ciabatta, caponata, zucchini alla scapece. There's a couple on my page. You should definitely check them out. Just very veggie forward dishes that are very Southern Italian, Mediterranean. I think this one is like the Naples answer to the Sicilian caponata. So I'll link that one right here for the caponata. I have a recipe for that. It's really good. But this one is just something else. It's you guys have to try it. So if you try this, or if you try any of my other recipes, let me know how you like them in the comments. Don't forget to hit the bell, like, and subscribe.